Hey, customers, welcome back to another episode of Frankie's Fast Film, where we cover all the news and reviews just for yous. This week, we're going to be doing May 7th through May 14th. So let's get into the trailers. So for the first trailer we've got this week is The Meg 2, The Trench. I really can't believe they made another one of these movies, but I guess I should have seen it coming since it did make over $200 million at the box office profit alone. They're going to one up the last one, which is already crazy. So this one's throwing in dinosaurs. First one was goofy fun. This looks the same. I'll probably be checking this out, even though it's so crazy. We had another trailer for Christopher Nolan's next movie, Oppenheimer. That dropped this week. Still a star-studded cast. Does have a little bit of competition on the weekend it comes out, because it is going up against Barbie, which I will not be surprised if that actually wins at the box office for the weekend, since that seems like a little bit more of a popular choice. Otherwise, this movie does look great. It's probably going to get nominated for a bunch of awards when it becomes award season. We had a movie called Poor Things drop a trailer. This movie starring Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe. It's from the director of The Lobster. This trailer's really short. It doesn't show anything really, except for this movie it's fucking weird. And excuse my language, but it's just weird. We had a movie or a trailer drop for Flamin' Hot. It's a film by Eva Longoria. It's all about the creation of the Hot Chico, the Hot Cheeto, the guy who invented him. And it kind of looks like a lot of fun. Almost gives me like a more comedy vibe, but it's still like almost like Air, where they're showing you the process of something being made and the corporation behind it and everything. That movie's going to be coming to Hulu on June 9th. We also had Reality drop a trailer, just based on a true story about a former American intelligence specialist starring Sydney Sweeney. This story is crazy. It's all about this government official releasing information to the media about Russians' interference in the 2016 presidential election. This just looks crazy. I mean, this is a real story. It's going to be on HBO Max on May 23rd. I'll be checking it out for sure. For headlines this week, we got quite a few, so let's get into it. Grand Admiral Thrawn is for sure going to be the big bad in the Mandalorian movie. It's no surprise that that's going to be the choice. I'm a little disappointed they're saying this news now, since the Ahsoka show's coming out, and that seems like the whole point of the Ahsoka show is for her to get to him. So we know that's just not going to happen, because we got to get to the movie. Otherwise, still looking forward to this stuff. Beetlejuice 2, which is coming out apparently, added a couple more names to the cast. Willem Dafoe is going to be a part of it. Jenna Ortega's already signed on. And of course, Michael Keaton's coming back. I'm sure this movie will be a lot of fun. It is always scary when they do a sequel, 20, 30 years later. But I mean, they're bringing a lot of the original people back, so I'm sure it'll still be okay. We have some news about the Platform sequel. The Platform, the original, was one of the better Netflix movies I've ever seen, and now it's getting a sequel. If you haven't checked this out, go see it on Netflix now. The concept is truly original. It's crazy. I don't want to break it down too much now and here, so just trust me, go watch it. It's a crazy time. So we also heard a little bit that they're talking about doing a Zelda movie. So they're probably going to do an animated Zelda movie. Kind of like after Mario made $1 billion, why wouldn't you keep hitting these Nintendo products and try to make more films? I'm sure this one will do well. Maybe Amelia is going to be in it. We'll be able to check that out. So there was a little bit of a hint to some Safdie brothers news on their casting. Apparently, they've added Steve Harvey, Megan Thee Stallion's in this movie, and of course Adam Sandler. These guys have made some great, crazy stuff. Uncut Gems is probably in my top 10 movies of all time, at least in my top 20. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. These guys are great writers and directors, and they really know how to make you feel what they want you to feel. So definitely looking forward to this. And then one of our biggest news is kind of still a rumor at this point, but James Gunn has reportedly talked to somebody in the cast to play, or somebody in the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy to play Lex Luthor. No idea who it is yet. We have our picture up for who we think would kind of be the fun one to pick and really change it up, but not sure who they're going with, if they even said they would do it. But we're still waiting on these news and all this stuff that's happening in James Gunn's DC universe. For reviews this week, FX has a new show called Class of '09. They dropped 2 episodes to start. First episode was solid. I'm looking forward to how this mystery breaks down. I love the cast. Brian Tyree Henry is awesome. If you have not seen Atlanta, he's awesome in that as Paperboy. He's also great in Bullet Train. Kate Mara's in it as well. She was great in House of Cards. This show looks like it's got a great mystery that's going to be interesting to see how they really play it all out as it goes on. Definitely going to keep watching this for the rest of the year. So I'll let you guys know what it was like when it's all said and done. Netflix dropped the Queen Cleopatra documentary. Watch the first episode. Producer Randy's caught a couple more than I have. They have changed some of the stuff about Cleopatra. As you can see, her looks very different than what we've seen historically. I don't like the documentary that much just because it's got Jada Pinkett Smith attached, and I just can't stand her. And she's the narrator throughout it. So that just kind of makes me not want to watch it. Otherwise, the story of Cleopatra is amazing. It's crazy stuff. She was one of the most influential people during that time. So if you're interested in that stuff, check it out. But the best I can do is give it an eye just because of who's attached to the project. And then Netflix also dropped a movie this week called The Mother, starring Jennifer Lopez. I was able to catch it just in time for Mother's Day. It's a standard action movie, nothing to write home about. I'm kind of leaning more towards a nope the more I think about it. At best, it's an I. There's tons of better action movies out there. She's fine in it. I don't know. There's just nothing really to make me go, you guys have to see this. It's great. It is what it is. If you want to see J-Lo in an action movie, check this out. But otherwise, you can just skip it. I found myself bored multiple times throughout it. So I'm just going to give it an eye, definitely leaning towards a nope, though. And then, customers, thanks for stopping by for another episode of Frankie's Fast Film. We'll catch you next week. We'll have some new stuff. And don't forget to check out the new release title card that's going to be coming up right now. There's tons of stuff that was dropped this week. So give it a shot. And we'll see you guys next week.